decision. It's going to be 4th and short. And yes, it will.
The offense comes back on the field for Niceville.
Well, you know Logan Carwaggy, the kicker, he's got to be like, come on, guys. Listen, I'm happy you want to go for it, and if you get it, I'm always rooting you on. But secretly, he's not. Like, he wants his field goal. That was a beautiful kick.
Yeah, it was.
The jumbo package in there.
It's going to be 4th and about a yard.
Folks, there's tons of weight right there in that picture. That is a big unit. Boy, thank you, Jack, in the truck right there. The buffet busters are back, baby. Oh, where are they? Oh, man. Did he get, okay, I didn't even see him get through. I was like, what? Where'd he go?
He got through by a couple of yards.
Okay, I was confused. John Bacino running that rock.
The buffets have been busted, my friend.
You better, hey, Foos Ackley's, feed these big fellas right here. Man, look at that.
Excellent blocking by the offensive line.
Love it.
All right, so that's going to put them down at about the 3-yard line. It is 1st and goal for Niceville with 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. Of course, it's another Pensacola State College first down.
Will they need? No. Does he sling him into the end zone? He does.
Oh, wow.
He slings him an extra 6 yards forward.
That's going to be a touchdown for Mr. Johnny Lewis Jr.
That's his 2nd of the game.
Yep.
Forrest Jordan and Associates, the generator guys, touchdown. Had quite a few of those tonight. Look at that. He's hanging on. He's trying to get on Ladarian Clarity. He's like, come on, man. Go. Oh, wait. We're in the end zone. Look at him. He knows it. He's like, dang it. Oh, man. It's been that kind of night.
All right, Karwacki back on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, let's go to break. Break 15. Let's kill it.
Kick is up and good. And with that, we're going to go to break. It is Niceville up 42-14 over Escambia. We'll be back on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals.
We are back here at Eagles Stadium in Niceville, Florida, with 8 minutes left of what's been a pretty exciting game, Jeff.
It really has, and obviously you're probably looking at the score if you just tuned in and going, guys, it's 42-14. What do you mean exciting game? There's been some wild plays, interesting formations with Niceville. Escambia gets the tip drill, kind of touchdown, deep touchdown pass on a high throw that you thought was going to be picked off. Next thing you know, it was in the end zone. It has been a wild game tonight, folks. Man, oh man.
Niceville back for the Emerald Coast Granite kickoff.
First time they've kicked it off straight down the field all night.
That's Diego Dukes with a nice return up to about the 27-yard line.
All right,
well, get Escambia's offense back on the field.
Yeah, they got some points on the board. Trying to get some momentum going forward here. I think right now it's obviously you're trying to build to next week. They got a game against Bay. Trying to get back on the right track. This is a team, a very good team. And don't laugh at me when I say that. People are like, well, you know, I hear people talk about before. Like, I have friends of mine that go, you said this was a really good team, but they got blown out. It's like, yeah, sometimes you just don't have it. Sometimes that team is just better than you that night. That doesn't mean you're a bad team just because one team beat you. So
if they played again next week, the result could be quite different.
Yeah, who knows?
Freeman hands it off to his number 33. That'd be James Simpson.
It's a sophomore running back in the game for the Gators.
A gain of about 4.
See if Coach Bennett may try to get out of here healthy as well. Doesn't seem like we've had any injuries tonight, anything serious, other than a couple cramps here and there. I think both coaches would be okay with getting out of here that way.
Maybe 2nd down and 6.
Oh, that should be pass interference. That's close, man. I think he got there a tick too early, but Coach Bennett obviously upset, staring at the referee. You be the judge at home. Tough to tell on that angle right there. No call.
No flag. 3rd down and about 6.
Coach Bennett scratching his head. He's just, come on, man. Come on. He's telling the side judge right there. You saw it. I know you saw it.
Letting him know what he thinks.
That's it. If you've never been around Coach Bennett, the man, the wisdom he has, he's always had good teams. He develops players. That's another thing. Oh, he is a fiery fella. Man, it's won a lot of football games.
Pass incomplete by Nino Freeman. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Punting unit will come on for the Gators. Here's the crowd appreciating their defense. They played hard tonight. They made it tough on the Gators.
Yeah, excellent effort by both defenses. Again, if you're just tuning in, the score may not reflect that, but we've seen some great defensive plays by both teams.
Yeah, I think the Gators, they just got wore out on defense. They were on the field for so long, especially in that first half. They just got wore out. Offense couldn't really get much rolling.
Lindo back to receive.
Well, while we get the offense set back up for the Eagles, we got the Herd Real Estate sideline report. Got a few scores for you. So I'm getting close to being final. We talked about West Florida, and we'll be there next week. And for Walton Beach, West Florida, that'll be our game at 7 o'clock. Tune into that one. It'll be a fun one. Well, they're in a heck of a game right now. Tied at 27 late in the 4th on the road at Booker T, Washington. Interesting to see how that one plays out. For Walton Beach, talking about having them next week. Late in the 3rd, they are up 9-7 on South Walton. Bit of a rivalry, the Walton rivalry. Walton up 15-14 over Crestview late in the 3rd. And Bay, we talked about it. Bay, boy, got beat down tonight by Panama City Mosley, 53-15. Escambia, that's who they will play next week. Escambia is welcoming that.
Oh, I can
Escambia
imagine
looking to get revenge after this one.
Absolutely. We've got Niceville's offense back on the field. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Fortune takes the snap.
Looks like Justice Parker Jones back in at running back.
Gain of about 3. Up to the 38, 39-yard line.
So J.J. Lewis will come back in. He will check in for Kane LaFortune. Run the football very well tonight.
Yes, he has. Made a strong case for our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game.
Thought we had it figured out.
It's always how it goes. Lewis will keep it.
Just bouncing off tackler.
Off.
Fired up. I like it. He just absorbed that big
Yeah,
hit.
he did. And he kept going. He stayed on his feet. 3rd and about 4.
Heating and air instant replay. Watch this hit coming right here. Oh, Ladarian Clarity said you were supposed to go down.
Johnny Lewis said no.
Yeah, he fired up.
All right, so it's 3rd down at the 41. They need to get to the 46-yard line to complete the 1st down.
Go speed motion across.
Gonna keep it.
Oh, great tackle. 34.
It's going to be close.
Deshaun Mobley saving what would have been an easy first down. Looks like he's going to be a little short right here. You think he's got it? Mobley comes out of nowhere, makes the tackle. Great job, young man.
I don't know. That's might have to break out that credit card you were talking about.
Let's hope it doesn't come to
earlier.
that. It looks like they're going to measure.
Our head officials calling for the chains.
While we wait on the chains, some big games tomorrow, college football. So you're a Florida fan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you got Miami. Any predictions? Any thoughts?
I think it's a must-win game for both teams. Like, you look at Miami, they come in most years and they're hyped up, and more often than not, it doesn't work out that way. Supposedly it's for real. I'm not qualified to say if they are or not. With Florida, we've heard about all the noise with the schedule, especially in November. Billy Napier being on the hot seat. And that's going to be a first down?
First down. No, I agree.
I think it's a must-win for both, but I think Florida needs it more.
Yeah, it is for Florida's schedule, they need it bad. Obviously, with that daunting, the SEC schedule, not SEC bias, but it is with getting Texas and Oklahoma does make them even deeper. For Miami, Miami. How many times have we talked about? Well, Miami's they're ready to go, man. They're hyped up. You see our Athletes Water fan cam. They're still having a good time out here in Niceville, by the way. But for Miami, how many times have we said, man, this is a good Miami team. They're going to win. And then they flatline. So we'll see what happens.
If I'm Miami and I saw FSU lose last week, that puts a little extra motivation. Oh, there's
Robert Stiff.
Robert Stiff. With a heck of a game there.
Just out of nowhere. Just a simple screenplay.
Yeah.
But we got a flag. And it is coming back.
24.
Of course.
First holding penalty of the night.
Credit last
on either
week.
side.
Last week was a disaster when it comes to flags.
Yeah, we had 11 penalties in the first half.
Yeah, just in the first half. It extended our game out further than we expected. But nonetheless, tonight I will say that both teams well coached. Not a lot of flags out here tonight, and this is really the first time we've gotten stopped. So
first holding call of the entire game.
we've had a couple. Well, I will say that we've had flags for Niceville kicking the ball out of bounds.
Right.
That's pretty much about it.
Oh, you had the one encroachment.
Yeah, my favorite.
Penalty. Yep.
See, I forgot about my encroachment. That's how clean of a game
all in
it's
all,
been.
yeah, pretty clean game. It's what you like to see.
Absolutely. We'll see with 4:45 if Niceville tries to salt this game away, go ahead and run the football, get a few first downs, and chalk this one up as a win. Let's see if we can find
That's going to set them back to about the 36.
I think the hole was right there on the receiver blocking the defender, the cornerback.
I think you're right. All right, so that's going to be first and 15.
A little further. That's almost.
Yeah, almost 20.
That's about. Yeah, it's first and 20. Okay,
Yeah, first.
I see it now.
That's right.
I was trying to see if the stick was on the line or not.
Just
Oh,
gonna
Lewis,
keep it.
nowhere to go.
But he made a little something out of nothing.
He did.
That's going to put him down at about the 38. So second and very long as the clock keeps ticking.
Lewis, a very patient runner, by the way. Not a guy that's just going to go banging in between the tackles. He is going to wait for his blocks. He's got great vision, and that's kind of what's made him have so much success tonight. He's got 2 touchdowns, as we mentioned earlier.
It's a rarity you see in runners these days.
Yes. He's a backup quarterback, by the way. So
yeah.
he's not just a runner for folks at home watching. He can throw the football if he needs to.
Lewis stays on the field. He's in the shotgun, second down and long.
Great tackle for loss. He's Mr. Moultrie. The running back right there, 39. We do not have a 39 in our roster. Do you
Is
have
it
one?
Christian Stickler, I think? Yeah, Christian Stickler, number
There you
39.
go. Okay, I don't have one on the one that they had given me. So, hey, right on. Freshman. getting some action. Not the way he wanted it to go.
Yeah.
But
Even though he's not here, I will say shout out to Christian Garman for sending us
yes.
the rosters and everything. So Christian will be back next week here on play-by-play.
Oh, there it is. Read him like a book.
And it's picked off by number 0, Taylor Bradshaw.
Bradshaw has made some plays tonight.
Yes, he has.
And finally gets his. And I just watched it. I watched Lewis step back to throw, a little stop route. Bradshaw read him like a book.
See it again on the heating and air instant replay. Just snatched it.
Hey, but Lewis, credit him.
Yep.
Give up on it, goes and makes the tackle.
Yeah.
2:58. Gators get the football back.
Excellent field position. I believe that's going to be just inside the Synovus red zone.
Absolutely. Once again.
Even though we have, just under 3 minutes left in the game, to see Escambia is still out there making plays.
The defense played hard. They played hard all night. Look at this.
Direct snap to Billy Dunn, and he walks in for a touchdown.
Billy Dunn doesn't care what the score is. Getting that touchdown, he is jacked up.
Of course, that touchdown brought to you by Forrest Jordan and Associates.
That's the generator guys. Sponsoring every single touchdown this year. How about our heating and air? So replay. Boy,
Look at that hole.
I'm telling you right now.
We could have ran through that.
Yeah. It takes, I could have drove my car through that thing. Not that I advise people to drive their cars in the field, but I'm just telling you.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. Big buffet busters getting a shout out from me on the Gator sideline.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about that? They won't go away. I know it's 2:51, but they're still playing hard.
Morgan Stancliffe back for the extra point.
She's perfect on the year.
9 for 9.
9 for 9 extra points this year.
So with 2:51 left, Escambia is still fighting.
Down 3 scores at this point. You're just fighting for a little bit of pride. Again, thoroughly impressed with this Gator squad. They have fought all night long. You got to give credit. Niceville's defense, they had no answer for Niceville's defense on offense. The Gators, who I'm talking about here, started to get a little momentum. Couldn't hold on to it. Just a play here or there. You wonder, like, when they got that big interception with clarity over the top, and then the very next play, it's a strip sack. Niceville gets the ball back. You felt, because on offense, the Gators started to have a little momentum. You're like, this is exactly the spark they needed. They're about to get back in this ball game, and could have made it a 2-score game. And it just salted away from there. Just could never catch a break. A couple drop passes here and there. Couldn't find that one thing to get them over the top.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and we talk about the momentum. Uncle Mo, as you like to call it. There's just one thing can change everything.
The shoes.
Yeah, dig those shoes.
Hey, years ago, this is the Tommy Thrall era, by the way. If you folks have been paying attention to Friday Night Rivals, that was way down the road. I used to love, there were so many kickers had all these wild shoes. Hadn't really seen it very often, but this gentleman right here, I'm digging it.
Or with the Emerald Coast Granite and Tile kickoff.
Window. Return.
With a nice return. About a 30-yard return. It's funny you mentioned the shoes. I know exactly what shoes you're talking about.
The neons.
Yeah, the neon ones, yeah.
The gentleman from PHS had them.
Yep.
By the way, he had a tremendous leg as well. Kicking a mile.
Shows you how long we've been doing this.
I know. Oh, my goodness. I mentioned it earlier, PHS. Big win last night, down 7-0. Late in the 4th, comes back, scores 16 points, takes the win on the road.
Over Milton, right?
Yeah. It's good for that program. New coach, kind of a new setup here. For Milton, that's just disheartening.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure. Niceville's offense back on the field, 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Fortune in the shotgun.
Nowhere to go.
As Justice Parker Jones
Stacked up. Escambia front.
it's going to be a loss of about 3.
None other than
Second 13.
Mr. Moultrie and Justice Payne, number 55. He's had quite a few tackles for loss, but that's 3 or 4 tonight for him. 13 tackles last week. I believe he's got probably 6 or 7 at least tonight. Big fella. 6'2", 325, sophomore.
He's been one of the many playmakers in this game. For
He's
sure.
going to be tough to
yes.
move.
Yes.
And that when you have, we talk about it in college football all the time, but in high school football, when you can get those big fellas at defensive tackle, those are run stuffers. You can't get them out of the way. They just cause a problem.
Lewis going to keep it. Nowhere to go.
Again, that's Moultrie, the tackle. Moultrie's played a little both ways tonight. Niceville very content with just milking this clock, but looks like Escambia is going to take a timeout here. Maybe trying to get the ball back with a little bit of time. Hey, you don't get to take those timeouts with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? Let's see if we can get some more scores in here, some updates, and folks. The Herd Real Estate sideline report for you. Baker back on top over Destin, 26-21 late in the 4th. Pensacola Catholic had them last week. We know how impressive they are. Tough game this week, but they're still back at home. 34-6 over Pace late in the 4th as well. Choctaw, that's now a running clock against Navarre. They are up 35-0. Crestview is up by a touchdown, 28-21 over Walton. And for some Mobile scores for you around the area, just give you a little bit of everything. Spanish Fort up 21-14 over Theodore. Citronella 21-14 over Orange Beach. Flomaton 22-0 over Chickasaw right now. And we got a final. We talked this is a heck of a game. West Florida 34, Washington 33. Just went final. How about
What
that?
a game.
West Florida, we will have them in Fort Walton Beach next week. By the way, Fort Walton Beach gets the win tonight, 9-7. So both teams will be coming off a big win for them.
Another baseball score.
Like it. 2 teams riding a high.
All right, 3rd and long here for the Niceville offense. Lewis is going to keep it. And he's tackled after a short gain. Down at about the 38-yard line.
Escambia will take another timeout. We'll have 1 left. Again, this crew out of Tallahassee. I said it earlier in the game. I'll say it again, just in case you're not aware. There is a referee shortage in high school football. Normally we have a crew here on the Gulf Coast. They're all booked up. They don't have enough to do heck half the games around here. Some teams, that's why you'll see them play on Thursdays. It's not because they just want to do it, just have Fridays off. We all love Fridays off. But because they're trying to get the referees spaced out, and sometimes you can't make it happen unless you play on a separate day like that. For Niceville, we talked to the principal, Mr. Morello. He mentioned, he was like, listen, we were going to have to play this game on Thursday. We wanted you guys to be here. We wanted to be on TV and host it. And so we had to get a crew out of Tallahassee, and they made it work. Obviously, you pay a little extra for that, but we appreciate the referees coming out here tonight. We appreciate Niceville doing that, and I'm sure Coach Bennett enjoys making that happen as well.
Absolutely. No, always love coming to Niceville.
Yeah, always fun.
Niceville will be punting.
Kicks away from Clarity. Clarity wants to return it so bad, and he will. Let's see what he does here. Can he get away? No, he is swarmed by the Eagles. Tried to make something happen right there. Boy, Clarity had that gentleman right there is a heck of a ball player.
That he is.
Both sides of the ball
He's
tonight.
been all over the field tonight. So, minute 5 left in the game. Looks like Escambia is going to get 1 more possession.
Something to be noted, by the way, and when we talked about early on about the depth of Niceville. you hardly see anyone on Niceville's side playing both ways. For Escambia, when you get to teams, and not to say Escambia is that much smaller of a school than Niceville, but there is a difference. Escambia, they don't have that luxury. They don't have that depth where they can only play. You're only going to play offense. You're only going to play defense. So these guys like Clarity out there, they are playing both ways all night long. So those are what we call the old Iron Man Warriors. Hats off to them.
The workhorses.
Yes. Oh, boy. Walloped. I believe that was Clayton Sanders at quarterback, number 18 coming in.
That was, and he took a shot.
Goodness gracious. Arthur Campbell coming in, number 8. Watch him. Nobody touches him.
Untouched.
Well, you know that hurts that shoulder, too. Right underneath it.
So that will stop the clock with 1 minute to go. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Let's see what Escambia will do here. Sanders stays in at quarterback.
Oof.
Oh, he lost the ball.
Yeah, he play action, and then the defender for the Eagles went to swat the ball, and I believe Sanders tried to pull the ball down, and it will be an incomplete pass. It was deflected down, is what they'll say, so no intentional grounding. Check this out.
36, Jaquez Lutley that fell on the ball just in case.
And by the way, that is Joshua Stevens, 58. That young man is a big fella coming in there. Not who you want to see unblocked in your face.
No. They say that's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Yeah. Yeah. Rightfully
3rd
so.
and long. 3rd and 10 to be exact, with 53 seconds left to go in the game. Sanders remains in at quarterback. He's just going to hand it off.
I want to make another shout out to our scholar athletes tonight from both sides. Maximus Coffin, the senior DB here on the football team. And then, hey, we talked about the linebacking core for the Eagles. Maddox Hales, another senior. By the way, Maximus, fantastic. We talk about names. Fantastic name. Breakdancing is one of his things. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah, when I mentioned it earlier, I said he could be an Olympian. We had breakdancing in the Olympics.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
For Australia.
Yeah.
Need some help. I know that. I know I'm beating a dead horse on that, folks. I get it. I had to get it in there, okay?
Hey, the memes, though, have been excellent.
Yes.
It looks like this will be the last play of the game. And Niceville will win it 42-21. All right, and with that, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and give away some awards here on Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals.
to Derek in the booth.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Your final score, Niceville 42, Escambia 21. We've been saying this all throughout the game. It looks a little lopsided, but this was really a fantastic game and a great showing by both teams. That being said, we've got some awards to give out. And first, we're going to give away our award for the Boutwell Air Masters sack of the game. Not a whole lot of sacks in this game here, but we're going to see here by Escambia. You're going to see LaFortune here. Big sack here by number 50. That is big Jaden Miner laying the wood on LaFortune. Great sack there. And of course, that's going to lead us into our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Player of the Game. Now, we had a lot of choices for this one, but there was really only one. The leader of the Screaming Eagles himself, number 13, John Bacino. This guy was all over the field, from the Wildcat packages to the touchdowns. I believe he had 3 of them. John Bacino is going to be our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Player of the Game. As we take a look at some highlights here, there's his first touchdown. Boy, he was fun to watch all game. You just see here the juking and jiving, making defenders miss for his second touchdown. And here he is again. More juking and jiving. This was a really tough award to give out, but we've had so much fun with the Screaming Eagle, we had to give it. All right, and with that being said, we're going to send it down to my colleague, Jeff Price.
Can I have a little room here, please?
And I'm here with winning coach Grant Thompson. Coach, listen, we talked after the first half, and you said, look, I already know. We went through this last week. We got to come out. We got to play in the second half. You had a lot of respect for Coach Bennett and his squad coming out. What adjustments did you make in the second half?
We didn't really make any adjustments. We have enough in our playbook at this point to kind of take care of what they were doing. We talked about what they were doing. We talked about what happened last week, right? And we wanted to play better. And I think we still went 3 and out. We got a big stop, and then we got a couple touchdowns rolling and do what we had to do.
Coach, your defense was fantastic all night. They were a nightmare for Escambia. They're going to be seeing them in their dreams tonight. It's not going to be good. But when you look at your offense, I was very impressed. Different formations. You rolled different guys in there all night long. Coach, you got so much depth in this team. That makes you so dangerous. What do you think about your team?
Well, let's talk about that defense for a minute, right? A shutout in the first half. We get a fluke play, right, for a touchdown, right? We get basically a pick 6. So they played really, really good football tonight, right, against a good Escambia football team. Super proud of them. We got a lot of guys that got to play, and you got to do that early. Got to play a lot of guys, and a lot of guys scored touchdowns. I don't know, 4 or 5 guys scored touchdowns tonight. So it's a good effort. We know we got to clean some stuff up on special teams, but we're proud of these guys.
Well, Coach, I'm not going to waste any of your time. It's been a pleasure being here. It's been a party all night long. You guys go celebrate. We got some hardware for you.
Thank you. Go Eagles. Appreciate it. Here you go, Harold.
Well, that's it, Coach. Niceville Eagles with a big win, 42-21 here on Friday Night Rivals. We'll see you next week at Palm Beach at West Florida Tech. For Jeff Price, it's been a pleasure, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Go, you wanna try me, you wanna try me, you wanna try, you wanna try, you wanna try me, you wanna try me, well here it go, you wanna try me, well here it go.
Okay, they can't stop what they can't hold, can't rock where they can't go, can't top but just can't fly, cause I know the things they can't know. But listen, we're in my position, you gotta go take yours on a mission, where every decision is like with a great yo, and I ain't gonna let it go get to me, dog. Now picture me